When I was very young, I did a project about my dad being an artist, going to residential schools, and his success. And I won a gold medal at the history fair, so I was really proud of that. My name is Linda Charlie, and my mom is Kenyan, and my dad is Inuk. My mom came to Canada in 1996, and they hit it off and eventually moved together to Nunavut.
My name is Evangeline Charlie, and I'm from Yellowknife NWT. So I spent the first 5 to 6 years of my life in Nunavut, and while I don't remember much, I do remember going camping, specifically this one time where our mom braided our hair while we were laying down, and when we stood up, our hair stuck straight up, and me and Linda came up with this big plan to hide from our dad when he came back from hunting, but the sun was shining inside the tent, and our shadows were very, very visible from the outside.
I had an interesting experience because I am Indigenous, but I'm also Black. And growing up as the only Black kid in my community, I was definitely a target for racism, but I enjoyed living in the communities. Inuit are very closely tied to their culture. Even though my mom isn't Inuit, she's very appreciative and respectful of the culture. So we did a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing.
She spent a lot of time listening to the stories of the elders, and she learned how to make traditional food, traditional clothing, and I feel like me and Linda were very fortunate to learn about our culture. Because of colonialism, not every Indigenous person gets that opportunity. Back in 2008, Stephen Harper made an apology to residential school survivors, and that sparked a lot of horrible memories that people didn't heal from, and our dad was affected by that. He needed time and space to heal, so we moved here to give him the space he needed.
I really enjoyed living here throughout my teenage life because it was very peaceful.
We get 24-hour daylight, which is awesome. Nothing beats like 2 a.m. bike ride on the empty streets with the perfect weather.
I've always enjoyed running. It's very important to me because it helps me clear my mind.
For me, yoga is just very peaceful. It's a time where you can not be on your phone and just think about your thoughts and relax.
Modeling is something that I always wanted to do, but there's no agencies here, so I applied online and then eventually met up with them in Edmonton.
Linda always wanted me to visit agencies and try to be a model, but I was too scared. But when her agency wanted to see me, I was like, oh, maybe I could be a model. And I'm really grateful that they reached out because I've gotten so many amazing opportunities since.
We've only done one shoot together, but it got published in Vogue. I hope that we get to do more because we had a really good time.
I still partially don't really believe it myself, but that's definitely my proudest moment. It made my mom really happy.
Because I was bullied growing up for the way that I looked, I think I struggled with accepting myself for who I am. I would straighten my hair every day, and it took me hours, and it was just a waste of my time. So learning to be authentic and fully embrace myself for who I am has been huge for me.
Having a positive role model in your life helps you see the positive in everything you're doing. I hope to be a good representation for not only the Indigenous community, but the Kenyan community, because I come from both sides.
For Indigenous youth, I think it's really important that you surround yourself with positive and uplifting friends, because that will have a huge impact on your life.
I would say to speak up and don't be afraid to tell someone what you're going through. Your feelings are valid, they're important, and someone will listen and care.